the moment down in ninth, so that would mean he would hold a 3-point margin, Locatelli, at the end of this season, as Van der Mark and Wsbk almost come to blows again. Wsbk again holds sway in the podium places.
Yeah, and this is just a battle for third now. They're not going to be able to catch Scott Redding and Jonathan Ray. The gap now stretched out to 3.5.
It's like Van der Mark, for most of this circuit, has got the measure of the new world champion. Just a little reminder to everyone that Wsbk is not going to be able to respect for wearing a #1 plate next season, and he's not going to need it either. Look at the way he barrels in on the inside of Van der Mark, and somehow he gets it stopped as well. That really is incredible.
Yeah, just manages to get that corner hooked up.
Really swapping and changing positions, costing one another time, but at this stage of the race they're not going to be too worried about that, because as you've already said, unless some misfortune befalls Ray or Redding or both out in front, there's not going to be any change other than these two, whether they'll finish ahead of the field. 0.4 of a second now is the gap in favour of Jonathan Ray, who again has found something extra to respond to his rivals.
Yeah, Ray doing a really good job in this lap. He's pulled out another 0.3 of a second on Scott Redding. Scott Redding, though, matched him to 100th of a second.
And sticking right with him, less than 0.2 as they come across the line to start lap number 9. Wsbk, a bit of daylight this time around ahead of Michael van der Mark. It has generally been the second and third sector as well. Curse the commentator, that one. Wsbk gets a little bit offline coming off turn 1, and through now comes Michael.
And it dropped down to 7th spot. Garrett Gerloff up into the top 6.
Presumably a mistake from Kota Nazane. Still with, big slide there for Toprak. He's using the curves in a way that is certainly for the brave. One to bring home without worrying too much about the podium. There for Toprak, he's using the curves in down the road. Here he is on board the number 66. Garrett Gerloff will be the top independent rider, and Garrett Gerloff has recovered 6th place from Kota Nazane, who's consolidated 7th, but is now, as they are, that's
back into a position to be right on the tail of Jonathan Ray. 0.3 of a second with a lap and a half lead. Other than that, it's going to be a move down the inside through this section of the track on the last lap.
For the leaders, by and large, aside from that crash, haven't seen Ducatis do since the beginning of 29.
To try and attack him. There's clearly a lot of grip out there in the asphalt here, even in these wet conditions.
Running towards turn 10, only for the brave that Jonathan Ray, the pair touch. Ray then sweeps across the path of Scott Redding, coming off turn 10 to recover the lead.
Yeah, Jonathan Ray able to make the move into 10. Scott, that chance, he's got good drive through there though to get right with Ray.
Scott to Toprak Wsbk at the end of a run of 6 consecutive seasons, but he is demonstrating just 7 seconds back. Rounds out your top 5, 11 seconds back. Garrett Gerloff with 6th position. Then it's Kota Nazane. He's over the line in the end for 12th position, but most